didn't want
Reggie Hadebe was meant to be a survivor. In the 1970s, when most avenues of protest were closed, he was a rising star in Inkatha. By the time the UDF began pushing against apartheid in the 1980s, he was again prominent. When Nelson Mandela walked out of prison, Reggie Hadebe was the ANC's deputy chairman in the troubled Natal Midlands and working hard to end the civil war. He never made it. Police say it took 3 snipers to finally kill him. More than 100 guns taken in raids have been tested. The guns have vanished, and so have the killers. For now, because, as Christina Scot explains, there are at least 3 people determined to find the assassins. Reggie's widow Sibongile, Reggie's friend John Jeffries, who was there when he died, and a man who has never met Reggie Hadebe, Detective Inspector Lionel Groenewald.
This is the Hadebe family home in Pietermaritzburg. Reggie never saw it. After surviving several assassination attempts, the charismatic ANC leader took out insurance on his life. A few months later, the policy was called in. A practicing Catholic, Reggie was looking forward to the birth of his 7th child. He wanted a girl, and he hoped for a Christmas Day birth. Nonduduzo was born on December 25th, 1992, 2 months after her father was shot through the head.
So when you ask her, where's your father? Where's your father? She will tell you, it's Reggie. Where is he? I have photos in my bedroom, and in the lounge she will say, there's my father. So she knows her through the photos.
Reggie Hadebe's widow Sibongile, a highly skilled obstetrics nurse, is trying to escape 4 years of bad memories.
Since my husband died, I'm still having that heartache, especially because I don't know who killed him. It's 3.5 years now, and yet I don't know who killed him. There's nobody who's coming forward. So staying here really makes me sick.
Although 2 self-confessed IFP hitmen have claimed involvement in her husband's death, the case is still unsolved. This frustrates Sibongile.
So there are some investigations that I'm doing, because nothing so far has been done with that man who has just confessed. So I'm trying to do something about it.
This type of personal tragedy has been replayed in thousands of families across KwaZulu-Natal. What makes Reggie Hadebe's death so unusual was the professional behavior of his killers.
It was very much an ambush. They were waiting there for us, they knew what they were after, and they did it.
John Jeffries survived the same attack that killed Reggie and badly hurt another colleague.
We'd been at a peace meeting at Inkatha with the IFP to discuss violence in the area. After that meeting, we had a meeting with the South African police to discuss some of the security problems that were being experienced in the area. And after lunch, proceeded back to Maritzburg along this road. I believe that the people who had been at the meeting must have had some involvement in it. So I believe we must have been monitored. The spot that they chose was a very good one. The car had to go quite slowly as it's a hairpin bend. There's a low wall. There was a very loud bang. It was almost as if there was a firecracker going off. They hit Reggie with the first shot. They must have known where he was sitting in the car. Yeah, I mean, it all indicates that it was fairly carefully planned.
One of the policemen called to the scene of the assassination that day was Lionel Groenewald.
This attack took place on a relatively busy road. There must have been people, it's broad daylight, so there must have been people travelling on the road. We have no independent witnesses. We've got absolutely nobody who can really come forward and say, we were involved, we did this and this and this.
Detective Inspector Groenewald is now attached to the Midlands branch of the Investigative Task Unit. One of his many responsibilities is the unsolved murder of Reggie Hadebe. He has no eyewitnesses and no guns.
There's rumours of ANC involvement as in a power struggle. There's rumours of IFP involvement because of the political situation at that stage. There was basically a situation of war existed in the Richmond area between the IFP and the ANC. There's also allegations of third force activity, third force involvement.
Groenewald warns against believing every claim reported in the papers, although the IFP hit squad allegations are being followed up. One prisoner who came forward was so authentic his confession was videoed, and he was asked to show the police the scene of the murder.
He took us right to the opposite side of the valley, I'd say about 10 kilometers away from the actual murder scene. I've spoken to numerous operatives. I've spoken to the people from Vlakplaas, the guys who we arrested and were convicted of the KwaZulu hit squads. They are unable to assist us. I've spoken to members of our security forces. They are unable to assist us. I've spoken to members from national intelligence, military intelligence, as well as the other intelligence agencies. And nobody seems to be able to come forward with any shred of evidence. We're investigating this case as a murder case, albeit KwaZulu police involvement, the KwaZulu government involvement, the national government involvement, the ANC involvement, or whoever's involved. The public who know something about it, who know something definite, can come to us. They can contact me. My cell number is 082 800 3642. That's 082 800 3642. Or you can reach me on my pager, which is Maritzburg number 943 044. My code is 84176. The Maritzburg code is 0331. Any information given to us will be treated with the strictest confidence. The reward still stands at 50,000 Rand.
But would it make any difference?
Yeah, it would make a difference. You know, to know why it was done, how they planned it, what their intentions were, those kinds of things.
I don't know.